Hi, Pepper. I'm gonna close the door now so you don't interrupt. Okay, what? Go lay down, please. Thank you. Seems a little too early to get up, but I should get out of bed. I sit up deciding that I might as well use this time constructively now that I'm up, and I forgot to take my mic out. And we're back at it again with good boy, sad boy, tiny boy, good dog who St. Germain trying to murder in time. Be time. Oh, jeez. While I'm stretching, a vibration shakes through the entire room. Is it coming from outside? I get out of bed and run over to the window. Oh, did you want to leave the room again, Pepper? It's okay. Here you go, sweetie. There. An airship? Ahoy! Are you up? Airship delivery! Lupin's voice echoes loudly from the ship. That must be a loudspeaker like Leonhart had been using the other day. Lupin waves and smiles, but all I can do is just wave absent-mindedly, too dumbfounded by the scene before me. I snap back to reality after a few seconds and make myself presentable and leave the room. Once I'm outside, I find everyone else in the mansion, including Deli and Cece, all gathered around. Everyone is looking at the huge vehicle with round eyes. Wow! So this is an airship? It's gigantic! Also might be running in and out since I'm making mac and cheese. Oh, that's fine! You make your mac and cheese! Cece spins around Deli, barking excitedly. That's right, it's an airship. Is this your first time seeing one too? No, I've seen them several times in the air, but this is something else. I didn't realize it'd be so big. You get it, Deli? This kind of thing is a true man's dream, isn't it? Fine. Cece is looking up at it close, so I'm going to approach the airship. Do not attempt to stop me. He completely ignores MP's attempt at a conversation, and he seems to be completely ignoring Cece as well. Dilly picks up Cece in his arms and runs towards the airship in full tilt. So now even Deli's ignoring me. What happened to the respect of my dignity? Oh, respect for my dignity. MP stands there looking sad, so I decide to ask a question. Lupin said that he was delivering it. What's that supposed to mean? Who knows? I think that's the question we're all wondering about right now. As we stand around, Lupin appears from within the airship and looks all over at us, satisfied with a job well done. Aren't you all up early? You could have slept in a little, you know. Lupin laughs in good cheer, but Van Helsing speaks his usual tone. And? Where did you steal this from? You better not have done anything stupid that would ruin our negotiation with Queen Victoria. Yeah, don't worry about it. I stole it from somebody that we would never feel guilty about. No problem at all. I see. How very you. You might even get an award from Scotland Yard for this. An award? St. Germain seems to have understood what Lupin was talking about right away. So where did you steal it from? No idea. Don't sweat the small stuff. How about it, Impy? You think you can fix her up for a race? It's a pretty old model. Let's see. I guess it'll depend on the budget that I have available. Don't worry about the money. Just keep working on it until it's a winning ship. That's what I stole it for. So, while MP's working on this, the rest of us will have to... Steal? You mean borrow without permission? Gather the funds for this remodeling. Lupin nods at Van Helsing's question. I suspect we'll have no choice. To get a large sum quickly, I'll have to sign up for a short-term bodyguard job. Raising funds. Selling the patents for a few new drugs would probably bring in a good amount. Already has stole my time, so I'm catching up. It's okay, we're just talking about the airship. Either way, we won't be able to move forward until we win this race. Fine, I shall aid you in funds for this time. Or in funding this time. What to do? Everyone's been mentioning ways to earn money, but I have no way to help them. What can I do? After some thought, I arrive at an idea. Impy, I can't raise the money, so I was thinking that maybe I could help you. Would you mind? Of course not. Not only do I not mind, I totally welcome it. We'll make great progress with a fine assistant like you. Thank you. I'll work hard, Impy. While we're at it, I can even show you how to fly the airship. Of course, we'll have to get pretty cozy. Impy, just because you two are left alone, don't go making any moves on her, alright? Ah, if he does lay a finger on her, there will be some melting involved. What are you talking about? Well, it's not really relevant to the task at hand. Alright, time is money, and we don't have much time before the race day. Everyone go make as much as you can. With whoop and shout, everyone goes off to fulfill their duties. Shall we get started? Yes, let's do it. From this point on, our days are busy. Impy and I build the parts in his studio, and I help him install everything in the ship's engines. Our renovations cost an immense amount of money, from purchasing parts to new gas. Melt him, Cardia! Kill him! Choco is full murder. In addition to the money everyone brings in, we end up having to use the entire sum of money we saved up at that point. Nobody opposes this usage of money, since winning the race is our only way of getting that key information. Because this is on top of our expenditures, we end up actually falling slightly under budget. But the real problem is time. The deadline is approaching and we have to race against the clock. It's as if we've already entered in the race. If we relax our guard even a little bit, we won't be able to finish the remodeling before the race begins. Impy and I spend our days under an immense amount of pressure. 3 days until the race. Impy told me to go ahead and go to sleep, but Impy still must be working. I can't sleep knowing that he's still being hard at work. There has to be something I can do to help. Start to think this and... I get an idea and I leave my bed. After a while, I head behind the mansion. I love how not even the game takes the time to let you watch Impy and Cardia do. It seems he's still working as suspected. The sound of his work is comforting to me, and I walk through the yard briskly. Impy! I see him from behind and I stop myself from calling out to him. It looks as if he's concentrating. I guess this won't have enough power. Maybe I should thicken the wall and raise the pressure, but that's too risky. No. Let him work himself to death. He seems to be mumbling to himself. A light from the lamp casts shadows across his face. I don't want to bother him, but I also want to get a closer look at what he's doing. Look at him while he's so intent on something. I'll have to completely rework the system and install another engine. It'll take some time, but that might work. Impy suddenly raises his head and our eyes meet. Oh, Cardia! Sorry, I didn't realize you were there. He swiftly runs over and joins me at my side. Impy, I'm about to hand him an item I brought for him when a certain thought bubbles up. What if he doesn't want it? What's up? I thought you'd already gone to sleep. Oh, are you holding something behind you? But Impy's quick to notice when I have something. Guess it's no use hiding it. I brought you a late night snack. It's a sandwich. I thought you might be hungry after working so hard. I know it's a really terrible looking sandwich. There's a world difference between this and what Impy usually makes. Well, never mind. I had underestimated the sandwich making. I thought you would needed some bread and something to stick in between it. But when I first started making it, I realized my predicament was that I was unable to take my gloves off. While I stood there at a loss, the Count happened by there and helped me put it together somehow. I have to thank Saint Germain later. What? You made this for me? Really? Is this your plan to get in my good side? Is this what this is? Your good side? I don't know, you're just working so hard. I just wanted to do something for you, even though it's just a little thing. Suddenly my result is a hideous sandwich made with some sort of vegetable scraps. I can't contain my disappointment, and my sadness clearly shows because Impy stops and smiles at me. I see. That makes me really happy. Thanks. When I take a little break, just to switch gears a little. He tosses his equipment aside and starts climbing onto the studio's roof. Come on up, Cardia. Let's sit by the edge here and eat together under the stars. It's pretty romantic. If it starts to If it starts feeling like a sandwich is burning in your mouth, that's just the radish. I was distracted for a second. Why are they talking about sandwich? Because Cardia made him a sandwich. She's like, oh wow, it's like midnight. He needs food. He hoists me up before I can even protest and then puts me down next to him. Here you go. Seeing that Impy has already sat down, I hand him the sandwich with a bit of nervousness. Thank you for the meal. Impy takes the sandwich from the basket without hesitation and puts it up to his mouth. How is it? I don't think it's anything like the meals you make. This is great! This is the best sandwich I've ever had! I'm greatly relieved to hear him say that he enjoys the sandwich. I'm glad. Miss Star's cardio, why? I remember Impy mentioned them and looking up at the sky. There's a countless number of them sparkling in the pitch black night. It's not like the sky is anything out of the ordinary, but looking up at the stars helps me when I'm stressing out. Impy says while he eats the sandwich beside me. I remember what I wanted to ask him. It's rare that we're alone together, so maybe I should just do it now. Nippy, there's something I've been wanting to ask you. Nippy finishes his sandwich and wipes away his mouth before responding. Oh, you want to know my type? I'd say it's a girl like you. Oh, bud. No, it's something else. Oh, wow. What's this? I feel like I've been cut right in two. Sometimes you gotta feed the idiot. We gotta keep him alive to sacrifice him later. Well, go ahead. What do you want to ask me? Go ahead. I'll answer anything. Ask away. I nod, encouraged by a smile. You look like you have so much fun when you're working with machinery. What made you decide to become an engineer? Was there a reason for it? Oh yeah, there's a CG with this. A reason. The reason I became an engineer, huh? Nippy looks up at the sky and starts speaking with a nostalgic tone in his voice. I have to say, it was the locomotive. The steam locomotive. The steam locomotive? Do you mean the one from the abduction mission? Yeah, that was a big iron beast, wasn't it? Of course, there were other reasons, but I gradually got into making things. But locomotives are definitely the catalyst of it. I used to live in a village way out in the countryside. Gross! We heard one day that the tracks would be laid out outside the forest, and everyone went wild. The grown-ups were also scared. Get this rat out of here! The day the train was to pass, some of the more rebellious kids said they were going to check it out, and curiosity got me. I'm sorry, I'll leave. No, don't leave! I snuck out to go see. We waited and waited all day by the tracks, and we could start thinking that it wouldn't come at all. Then we heard a high-pitched whistle far off in the distance. It was just a little black dot, and they got bigger and bigger. Okay, this image is nice. It went clack, clack, clack. No sooner did we feel the vibrations when a huge monster-like mess ran past us. Anyway, I've been out of it. It's been an exhausting day. I still don't like him. It's okay. Black smoke rose from its front, and its whistle echoed around us. Pure white steam was being spewed all over it. It was really something. The other kids ran away, and I wasn't the only one left, standing in a daze. My head was filled with the locomotive. I would like it more if he wasn't so pushy. Yeah, I would too. All I could say was, wow. It was the beginning of Impy Barbicane, and the reason I decided to devote myself to becoming an engineer. If he didn't make all those comments, he'd be fine. Yeah, if he wasn't as much of a kind of playboy as he is, he wouldn't be too bad. It's a little embarrassing to talk about it. Am I boring you with all this? I don't like you, bud. Sorry, I don't really understand. What? You're the one who asked. What kind of reaction is that? Sorry. I'm kidding. I was just thinking that you're probably a little bored hearing all the talking I'm doing. Men, may I present you with the best joke in the English language? Jokes are nice too, but we might want to get back to repairing the airship. Oh, that's right. We need to take care of business first. After that, Impy continues to talk to me as he wants to make sure that I'm entertained while we're together. Impy, I think I'm gonna go back to my room now. I'm getting in his way. I could sense it, so I said that just to escape the situation. I don't like you. Sure thing. Thanks for the sandwich. It was real good. I'll keep working hard. Impy smiles and waves. I feel a little bit bad about what happened. Then, we use the limited amount of time that we have to work on the remodel after remodel in order to get the airships performed. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Finally, after breakfast, the day of the race. Alright, it's finally time. Gangsters all over Britain, no, all over the world are watching the Black Gathering. Blah, 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 I can't understand. Let's win this race with style and get our hands over Isaac's literary remains or whatever. Come to think of it, we have yet to hear the details of what's going on during the race. Do I need to be there in person? All I got was I like machines. Yeah, that's kind of it. Apparently we need a minimum of 5 members on our team in order to register for the race. I see. I suppose I'll have to go with you just for the body count then. Why don't we take this opportunity to go over the racing venue and the airship and give it a little test drive? That's a good idea. So you two head over to the race. Why haven't either of you said a word all the morning? Oh, you noticed that, did you, Vicky? You want to know why we're so quiet? Well, why don't we just tell you? Impy gracefully stands up at the end of the table and looks at all of us. He slowly smooths back of his hair and then suddenly falls to his knees and places his head against the floor. The movement is fluid and refined. What are you doing? This is the ultimate form of apology created by the finest minds of all of Asia. Dogeza! Dogeza? I've never heard of it. You said it was an apology, which means that you feel the need to apologize for something right now. I'm heckin' dumb. For some reason I thought Van Helsing went, bodies. I'll get 5 bodies for you. You know what? He would do that too. Impy nods vigorously, his face still staring at the floor. I thought the race was tomorrow! What? We still have to install the modified engine and give it a test flight! I always knew you were an idiot. When you go this far, it's more funny than pitiful at this point. I have no rebuttal. I had the date wrong too, and I'm sorry. I stand and bow, joining Impy in an apology. Not that any of this will turn back the clock any. Well, what's done is done. Why don't we head to the venue ahead of them? What good will that do? There's no point in us going if we don't have an airship. The airship will make it. Knowing you, Impy, you'll find some way to fix it up just in time for the race, right? Why is Impy such an idiot? Why does it have him in the group? Yeah, obviously. I'll be ready by 12 o'clock start time. I guarantee it. Impy, I'll help. I'll just be as responsible. No need, but your enthusiasm is appreciated, Cardia. Like Saniji was saying earlier, you need at least 5 people present to even register for the race. Cardia, no need to apologize. Dilly's gonna stay here and mansion sit, so I want you to go to the race with Lupin and the rest so we have enough people. Right, I see. Good luck. You can do it, Impy. Leave it to me. With a beauty like you cheering me on, there's no way I can fail. Time to get to work. Impy cracks his knuckles and takes off. Are you sure he can do this? I'm going to fill him with more lead than a pencil if we don't join the race. Man, I was gonna get those bodies for you. I guess I can just count bullets. He should be fine. His failures do stand out sometimes, but that's because he's always tries new things. He is a gifted engineer. Yumpa nods in agreement. I agree. Impy is truly skilled. He'll find some way to make it happen. Van Helsing, do you acknowledge that Impy is a very technically proficient, don't you? Even with his skills, his personality ruins it. Either way, I won't complain if he makes it in time. We've been through rougher situations together. Let's have some faith in him. With Lupin's encouragement ringing in our ears, we prepared to depart. Oh god, we're gonna see Nemo now. I just remember Nemo. The Black Gathering's airship will commence at noon. Audience members, please form a line to the right. Teams entering the race, please complete your registration here. The venue is already overflowing with people. Rumor has it that there's a lot of new teams entering the race this year. Oh? Then there may as well be an unexpected twist. One of the rookie teams might hit the jackpot. Van said holy words. Holy words of truth. Well, well, isn't it lively? Folks all better than nothing. Folks with nothing better to do coming all from over the country. How nice. Half these people are criminals. There are certainly some suspicious-looking faces in the mix here. Oh, I'm getting a little nervous. It's not good to fixate on victory. I'll be happy just to join this race, just to compete with all of you as a team. We're not here just to be together. We need to win. Pardon me, you're right. I suppose I was too excited. Excited voices can be heard from all over. We make our way through the crowd and arrive at the reception desk. We'd like to register our team. Of course, please show me which of the airship moors at the landing field is yours. Oh, well... Sorry, but our airship isn't here yet. We're supposed to meet here. I see. Unfortunately, if you don't have your airship present, I can't register you. Will you have it here by 11 o'clock? What? Why 11? I thought the race started at noon. Yes, the race does start at noon, but we need to close registration an hour before the race is to begin. My, we may be in some trouble. This isn't good. B probably thinks that the cutoff time is noon. We are in a bit of a predicament. I'll go back to the mansion and tell Impy. It's no use. It'll take you that long to get back to the mansion. What should we do then? Is there any way we can contact him? If only we had an aether communication device, but we don't have that sort of cutting-edge equipment at the mansion. If there's nothing we can do, then there's no reason to panic. All we can do is wait. We just need to keep believing in Impy. I nod at Lupin's words and we continue to wait anxiously for Impy to show up. 10 minutes go by. Then 30 minutes are gone in a flash. Registration closes in 30 minutes. Any teams that have not yet registered, please do so as soon as possible. That's easy for them to say. I wonder how Impy's doing. This isn't looking so good. Well, at least this'll be Impy's last day on Earth. That's a silver lining. It's all Impy's fault. Van Helsing, you can't... Come on, Impy, you can make it! 10 minutes later. This is bad. This is really bad. Oh, as I recall, Impy is an extremely capable engineer. But isn't he usually a bit lax on time? Cal, that's not helping. Saying that right now is only making the rest of us more anxious. Impy! Come on, please, I believe in you! Just to make sure, if we can't join the race, we're going to have to simply steal the prize, correct? I wouldn't bet on that, as we would be making enemies out of both the major crime firms and the Yard. I don't even feel the tension. With the current state of things, it seems to be our most realistic option. Another 10 minutes go by. If you're gonna register, then you really need to show me your airship now. It'll be here soon, I promise. Right, Lupin? Can't you just wait a little longer? Yeah. Sorry, but I'm starting to lose faith. It's strange to so confidently say that you are losing confidence. Don't say things like that. Impy will be here soon. Just then, something blocks the light above us, turning to the ground dark for a moment. Oh, what is this? We hear a sharp whistle. I look up, trying not to get my hopes up. Why did they trust him? I left to get food, but Jesus, stop. The wait is over! Ladies and gentlemen, the star has arrived. An airship passes by low overhead, with Impy waving at us from it. That's our airship! I see. I'll register for the race. Please be landing in the dock 20 minutes prior to the race and be ready for it. I hate Imp. I'm so glad. I'm happy he made it. Jeez, there's the Dumbo. I believed in him. Good job, Impy. You were just saying that you stopped believing in him. Either way, we don't have to bother stealing now. I'm so glad he made it. I'm curious, though. Hey, Lupin, where did you get that airship from in the first place? Hmm? Oh, What the? That's our airship! I turn around to shout and see a man looking up at the airship with his mouth agape. Crap. For some reason, Lupin dumps behind me. Lupin, did you steal that man's airship? Pretty much. They're sky pirates who were using that ship to attack travelers and steal other airships. You can say such a hacker. We get an airship and Britain becomes that much safer. That's what I call killing two birds with one stone. Exactly, but if those guys are here, does that mean they're entering the race? It seems so. It looks like they've entered a more modern ship. If they had two, why didn't you bother stealing the better one? Give me a break. I went out to steal an Arsa ship. I didn't have that sort of information. Captain, let's go find whoever registered them and show them who's boss. What? That's no good. Fighting here is prohibited. Since when are you scared of a little rule like that? We gotta be strong. Dolt. It's one thing to be passionate, but in this den in the underworld, if we break the rules here, we're done for. I see. That doesn't sound good. It's probably best that they don't find out we're the owners of that airship. They're no match against us, but we want as little trouble as possible. Make sure that you don't do anything to give us away. Wow! How do you like it? This amazing ship is property of the incredible Mr. Barbicane! Impy roars with laughter from the ship. Saint G, be quiet, you would kill two birds with one stone. Of course he did that. Impy, eh? We'll get you good, Impy. Fantastic. Now the Sky Pirates will definitely target us. With the help of the staff standing by at the landing field, Impy is able to moor the airship into the starting point. Once we make sure the Sky Pirates are nowhere to be seen, we meet up with Impy as he gets off the airship. What do you think? I'm here with plenty of time to spare. I want to kill him. No, I love you! Well, actually you were cutting it pretty close there. What? And starting today, a group of Sky Pirates will be after your skin. You should watch your back from now on. What? What happened while I was gone? As we're talking amongst ourselves, oh no, here comes Nemo, I think. Yep. Oh god, it's Nemo! Ahoy! So that ship belongs to you lot. A sudden shout burst from behind us. I love you too, babe. Oh dear lord. We turn around and find a man grinning from ear to ear dressed in an eccentric outfit. Wow! Isn't it wonderful? Truly a wonderful ship. The man speaks excitedly, not paying any attention as we stand dumbfounded. Who are you? Oh, pardon me. It's certainly not like myself to go on without introducing myself. This man, why does he strike some strange pose every time he opens his mouth? Is there some reason behind it? I am the brilliant scientist who someday uncover the truths of the world. Please, please, Nemo, Mr. Nemo from the Chichinito comic. You didn't get it quite right, young lady. It's pronounced Nemo. That's right, the scientist sent by the gods. Nemo! I thought he was a monster. Um, alright. Gentlemen, so who made that fine airship? I didn't make it, but I did give it a complete overhaul. So, Nemo, or whoever you are, what do you want? Why? I don't know. I'm laughing too much else. Oh god. Whoa! You made this ship! I can see the craftsmanship at just a glance. Amazing work, remodeling such an old model. What? You can really tell? It's been designed for the maximum lift and aerodynamics. Probably no other ship can return as fast. Why is this design so busy? I don't know. Honestly, I don't like his design. And he doesn't come up in any other one except Impy's. It's beautiful, stunning, aesthetic, and functional. And the exterior. What? Yes, you can appreciate her beauty. Doesn't it have the grace and elegance of a young maiden? Yes, I see it. That form. I see a modest young woman, shy in love, but full of so many possibilities. What the hell are they going on about? They seem to be having fun anyway. Yeah, they're probably connecting on some level that normal people like us can't ever comprehend. Seems like bird brains of a feather flock together, so to speak. What's the matter, Victor? You're being awfully quiet. What? Oh, no, I just... Victor? Victor? Ah, are you Victor Frankenstein? What a coincidence! I'm shocked. Are you attending this race as well? Well, sort of. Are you two acquaintances? It's too one-sided to be called an acquaintance, really. I can only appreciate your cuties. Nemo, get lost is like finding Nemo, but we'll never find you. Oh, I was at the Royal Society. He saw me as a rival. Trust me, the feeling was not mutual. My lifelong rival! Our meeting here is no coincidence. It must be fate! Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's coincidence, actually. Alright, I'll do it. From one humble scientist to another, I accept your invitation to battle! No one invited you to battle. Oh, I see. He's this type of guy. I feel your pain, Victor. Thanks, I guess, for your understanding anyway. I'm looking forward to the moment when I will defeat you all! Could realize I love you writing-wise, but what's your step sometimes? I don't know! Hey, Van Helsing, if he means to defeat us, do you think he'll attack us? How should I know? Well, very well, gentlemen, I will show you as a show of respect before we take the field. Allow me to introduce you to my ship, sure to be this race's winner. Don't be shy, come with me! Actually, I think we'll have to decline. Movement. Oh, I see, he's a weirdo. I feel bad for you. What? I want to see. Everybody but Impy refuses to go. Such extreme hesitation is unbecoming, you know. However, fine, come with me, you stunning engineer, you. You don't have to ask me twice, let's go. The two head away, still speaking excitedly between themselves. Uh-huh. Our main pilot just left us in high spirits. But we don't have much time left. We'll have to start preparing for the race. Everyone get in the airship. Is the reason you like... No, this is not the reason I like this part. I don't like Nemo. I mean, the first time I saw it, I kind of laughed out of confusion because of Nemo with the tons of letters to space it out. But that's not the part I like. The part I like is when we're actually in the airship. It become Mary if you two go well together. Nemo, if you get and marry Imp, I'll forever be grateful. Okay, thanks, bye. Go away, get out of this game. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Nemo is only on Impy's route. Because we're not doing that, we never see him again. Start preparing. Are you all going to be alright without Impy present? I've memorized everything from the ship's structure to how to operate it 2 roles for all of you during the flight. Oh god. I keep laughing so much. My chest hurts. I can take care of the pre-flight checklist until Impy gets back. She's far more useful than that useless engineer of ours. Because I helped Impy out during the ship's remodeling, I've grown attached to it as well. I'm gonna do my best. I whisper this just before I enter. Okay, their ship. I see. The interior hasn't changed much since I stole it. It does look much cleaner, though. The interior doesn't have much to do with the speed, turning, or sturdiness, so Impy had it low priority. I was in charge of cleaning the interior, by the way. Lupin and the rest head for their assigned positions within the airship. We really should make test flights and study how to work as a group before the race, but everyone else was so busy gathering money we didn't have time for it. We did verbally explain everything to each person, and because of all that, and because they're all so capable, they learn their parts quickly. Then we see Van Helsing speaking aloud to his crush. As for me, I go to the pilot seat as a stand-in for Impy. Because I'd been working with Impy on it for so long, everything looks familiar. Huh? What's this button? I've never seen this before. It says danger, do not touch. But I wonder what it is. I open the lid in the voice tube nearby. The voice tube is set up so that we can carry our voices in any compartment within the airship. Can everyone hear me? Monitoring station, here, I hear you. Good. We're probably going to be attacked by the other airships, so we need to be able to communicate with your station. Weapon station, well, I'm here, but the guns themselves seem to be missing. That was Impy's decision. We don't have the manpower to use a bunch of weapons, so he took them out to save weight. So our strategy will be to outrun the others. I see. What do you want me to do then? There should be a meter and an adjustment valve for the gas nearby. You'll be managing and adjusting the gases with them. If there's a gas leak or other emergency, we'll maintain buoyancy by throwing off the stored water. You can do that too. Got it, but let's hope that issues never come up. Oh gosh, Cardia, I thought you were gonna push the button like Bad Girl. Engine room, reporting in. I can hear you clearly, though a little tight in here if you count, with both the count and me. It's already pretty cramped, but we replaced the engine with a larger one for more output. That took up a lot of space. Saint Germain, you'll be assisting Victor. Once the race starts, we'll need you to run around making fixes across the ship. Leave it to me. I'll handle everything according to the manual given to me. Oh, did you happen to bring it with you? No, but I've memorized every word, so don't worry. You memorized the entire thing? You're amazing, Count. I didn't think that you were the type to be this into fidgeting with machines. It just seemed like fun. Once you get interested in something, I like to commit and delve into it. Heh, that's very like you. The 3 voice tubes are working fine. I informed Lupin and the others what needs to be checked and may have them take a look. As we're getting all ready, someone enters the bridge. Hey there, Cardia. You're doing so well as a captain. Impy, we're set We're at step 24 in the checklist. There was a small leak in the piping, but it's been fixed. That's it. Good, good. Sounds like we're all ready to go. What about you? How was Nemo's airship? Nemo? Oh, well, if he was telling the truth about everything he showed me, then he is definitely a contender. And I saw some other good candidates on the way over there as well. But ours is definitely the best. I'm calling it the HMS. I'm calling it the HMS Impy, the princess and her servants. Hey, who are you calling a servant? Oh, you heard that? Yes, we can all hear you. If you weren't the pilot, I would throw you overboard during the race. The others continue to protest through the voice tube, but Imply simply closes the lid, cutting them off. I leave the con to Impy and spread open the map on the on top of some equipment and place the pawn representing each airship upon it. Cardi is adorable. She is. Impy, shut up. We'll be moving the pawns according to reports from the monitoring station, so we'll constantly be aware of our positions. In this race, of course, the altitude nerf is fixed and will be immediately disqualified if we delve from the rules. And that means that it'll be very important to know exactly where our ship is at all times. The objective of the race is to circle around the outer limb of the legend, then return to the starting point. During that time, we'll need to make accurate judgments of the situation. It's an important role. I'll do my best. Ladies and gentlemen in the audience, thank you for waiting. We hear a voice speaking to the crowd through an open window in the cabin. At long last, the Black Gathering's air race is about to commence. Who will best the others and claim victory? Once again, the hottest annual race in Britain. No, the world is ready to begin! All airship teams, are you ready to lift off? The airships taking part in the race all sound their whistles at once as if to cheer themselves on. It sounds like they're ready to go. We're now distributing Aether communication receivers to all participating airships. I'll be following you all at a higher altitude in order to provide the audience with a live broadcast. And, of course, I'll be doing my very best to deliver the proceedings of this exciting battle to everyone, listeners and racers. I look over at Impy. He smiles and places the Aether communication receiver, which looks like a small suitcase, in front of me. It's almost time. The moment of the century draws near. Impy fiddles with the dials and we hear a voice coming from the device. All airships will only launch once their starting signals is given. Will you guide us, Cardia? Of course. A barometric, altimeter, a compass, and a map pawns in the receiver. This is my battlefield. The countdown begins now. MP opens the voice tube and at the commenter's announcement. Engine room, start the engine. Got it, starting the engine. 5, 4. I hear the sound of the airship's turbine spinning as the voice from the receiver continues. 3, 2. The airship begins to vibrate. It's different from the Anthropoder. This huge mass is about to arrive into the sky and I feel the shuddering in my bones. 1, begin! The starting signal sounds and our airship rises into the sky. I have a subtle feeling of the weight. It's probably from the floor pushing up on me. Rising to full speed at race altitude. Oh, to race altitude. So far so good, Impy. We got the best start out of all of them. Impy and I look at each other hearing Lupin's report. It seems that we're off to a promising start. It appears that all the airships have entered the course. And off to a start is the new entry joining us for the first time, the HMS Impy, the princess and her servants. Impy, did you seriously register us under that name? Don't you have a sense of humor? This name is a bit long, so we're just gonna shorten it to HMS Princess and Servants. What? They cut out the most important part! Ah, looks like you read our minds. Wait, you guys don't want me? You really don't want me? No time to mess around. Incoming attack from 4 o'clock. Turn to 2 and escape. Gotcha, turning to full speed at 2 o'clock. I hate that name. They've started attacking already. What a hot-blooded bunch. Suddenly explosive noise rattles the windows. Are we hit? No, that wasn't us. It was a different airship. Oh no. Oh my! The race has started, but the purple lightning sky pirates have already advanced a second, shooting down a ship. Thanks, commentator. We're getting Morse code transmission from the second place ship. You're next, Impy. Have fun going down in flames. What? Why do they hate me so much? Ah, the sky pirates think that Impy stole the ship from them. I sent a message back. If you want to try and beat me, you'd better be ready to die. Good luck, manure brains. What? Why are you agitating them? I see that the purple lightning sky pirates have picked up speed. Their guns are dead set on the HMS Princess and Servants. Impy, you should be able to see London's outer wall on the left. From here on out, let's try and keep the height at least 500 meters. Roger that. I'll avoid their attacks while staying at this altitude. Their guns' barrels are turning. They're about to fire. We hear an explosion and I feel a jolt. Whoa! The HMS Princess and Servants has been hit! Black smoke is rising from the airship's gondola. Damage report. No change in gas pressure. We're good. Thanks, Lupin. The engine's functioning normally. I went back to check the damage. The shot merely grazed the exterior. There's no problems. Right. We're gonna distance ourselves in one leap. Victor, set the engine all the way to the red zone. Pushing it to red. Check. Captain Impy, the engine is literally screaming. The heat is incredible. It's better than being shot down. The ship gains altitude, skidding through the sea of clouds. Soon a huge mountain of clouds appears before us. Lupin, you're such a cool guy. I still feel bad when I was mean to you at the start. But look, let's head right in. We plunged into the cloud without an ounce of hesitation. Once we're inside this world of pure white, the ship's bow rises. Then, we pull out of the cloud and the enemy ship begins flying far below us. Cardia, how's our altitude? We still look good? We're under the flight limit, but we're just under the flight limit, but we're still fine. It seems that the purple lightning sky pirates have lost sight of the HMS Princess and Servants. Nice. Full speed ahead. The ships that have fallen behind have picked up the pace and caught up to the purple lightning sky pirates. While everyone is jockeying for position, the HMS Princess and Service has gained a significant lead. However, there is no shooting going on. It seems that they're sending one another light signals. What's this? It looks like all the ships are going to cooperate in order to take down the HMS Princess and Servants. Seriously? They aren't about to let a first-timer take the championship. Suddenly the airship shakes violently. Shots fired at the lower armor. We have a hole in the hull, but it's small. Saint Germain delivers the grave news in the absolute deadpan voice. There's a problem with the gas bag number 12. I'm dumping ballistic water to adjust our buoyancy. 7 o'clock! A full barrage coming from below! Take evasive action! On it! Choco just smiles. The airship tilts wildly. It's okay, Choco. Hi, Pepper. You want to come up? Good girl. Shots avoided. It's pretty good. The HMS Princess and Service isn't giving up. They've avoided a concentrated attack from the other ships. That was creepy, Choco. Impy, what are you going to do if this keeps up? If we were only up against one ship, it would be a different story, but there's so many. Impy grabs the wheel grimly. A single line of sweat runs down from his cheek. Suddenly we hear an explosion. Not just one, but a series of booming bursts going on and on. But we're not shaking, so we haven't been hit. What's causing all that noise? Whoa! What's going on? A round of sweeping shots is coming through the clouds and attack the Impromptu team! Ships are going down in flames one by one and disappearing into the clouds! Someone else is attacking the other ships? I wonder if they're trying to help us. Nah, that guy isn't helping us. If anything, he's our greatest enemy. A loud, piercing peal of laughter fills the skies. A new, heavily armored airship has appeared from the clouds beneath us. That's the one that took out the others. How do you like this? Impy and Victor! Behold my prototype battleship, the HMS Fulton! I was afraid that this would happen. How could he have a better flight performance than with it so heavily armored? Not fair. I both knew you were doomed to fail the moment you stepped into the ring with me, a true genius of science. Prepare to return to the ground as dust. The ship shakes with an ungodly loud sound and I'm thrown against the bulkhead. Ouch! Guardia, are you hurt? Say something! Impy can't take his hands off the wheel, so he shouts from where he's sitting. I'm fine. Don't worry about me and keep flying. Right, what about the rest of you? The engine's been shot. One of the turbines is damaged. Another of the gas bags is done for. I've tossed out the rest of the ballistic water. If we lose another, we're going down. Things are getting exciting up here, everyone! It's a one-on-one battle, right before the goal. Will the HMS Princess and servants be able to escape? Or will Nemo's HMS Fulton blow the princess and the servants to pieces? Whose airship will reign supreme? Well, I gotta say, Nemo isn't so bad. No, he's not the worst. This is more like a war than a race. He's yelling like some kind of show, but our lives are at stake here. Impy, at this rate, I guess I have no choice. Good thing I have an idea and just can't like something like this happened. Impy reaches out and forcefully hits the switch in the panel labeled Danger, Do Not Touch. The entire airship shakes thunderously and I hear a shout of surprise from Van Helsing at the rear deck. Impy! A huge machine just showed up back here. What is this? Huge machine? I didn't know you put anything back there. I always save the best for last. It's the only weapon on this ship. Let's deliver our secret fist to Nemo's face. Impy, the engine's going up in flames. There's nothing an amateur like me can do about it. Impy, if you're gonna hit him, do it quick. That creep's about to take another shot at us. One thing at a time, boys. There's only one of me to go around. Impy, there's only one of you, but I can do something to help. There's no time. What should I do? Do the counterattack. I'm gonna prepare to hit them back. You want to send them down before they get and do the same to us? Got it. I'm gonna keep piloting from here. God. Oh, just you wait, Van. Saint Germain, leave the engine to Victor and go join Van Helsing on the rear deck. Van the gun puppy. Aye, Captain. Sure, you can leave to me, but there's only so much I can do. Just hurry. I don't know what you plan to do, but if you mean to attack, hurry up and do it. I'll tell you what you need to do. I just need you to go with Van Helsing. Right. I love this part. Following Impy's directions, I go to the rear deck. St. Germain and Van Helsing are already there. Between the two of them is something very large. What is that? Some kind of golden spear is next to it. Are you all there? The manual to the secret weapon should be right there, so start reading. Cardia, I'm going to focus on piloting, so I'm going to leave the operations of the weapon to you. Me? Alright. I read the manual as the ship is rocked by more explosions. Here are the instructions. 1. Get Van Helsing into the capsule. Excuse me? What did you say you were going to do to me? If he questions you, ignore him and continue. This is an emergency and sacrifices must be made. What is that supposed to mean? Impy, I know you can hear us. Answer me. Van Helsing, this truly is an emergency. There's no time to question the plan. I understand, but Van Helsing is to wear the vest inside, with wires attached to his specific points within the capsule. I guess if this is our one and only way to survive this, then I don't have a choice. Van Helsing steps into the spear and sits down. St. Germain secures the lid. Next, bring the capsule to the tube and sit it near the aperture. St. Germain easily lifts the spear containing Van Helsing and places it at the end of the tube. Then, no! With great... It's okay. With great force, the capsule slides into the tube. Hey, what is this? What's going on? I need to understand what's happening. After he's in position, press the button to fire. Is this some kind of... I take a better look at the machine in front of me. It came up suddenly and I didn't recognize it because of the strange shape, but it seems to be... a cannon? It seems so. It seems to be a human cannon. Gold stars to you too! We're about to debut our Van Helsing cannon invented by yours truly. Van Helsing cannon. That's actually pretty funny. Nice going, Impy. You're gonna shoot Van Helsing at Nemo's ship. That's insane. Don't worry, it'll work because it's Van Helsing. I'm pretty sure that it wouldn't work with anyone else anyway. What about safety? Oh, it's fine. It might kill an ordinary person, but it's him. He'll be fine. I think I hear him shouting in there. This is my favorite part. See, man goes into the cannon. Van Helsing can take it. He'll be fine. You're really emphasizing that this is for Van Helsing only. I'm starting to get worried. As the argument goes on, Impy skillfully moves the airship to avoid Nemo's shots while approaching his ship. Cardia, now! Shoot him good! But... I'll do it. Saint Germain reaches past me and pushes the button without any hesitation. The cannon makes an incredible boom. The capsule trailing wires soars through the sky and approaches Nemo's HMS Fulton. A slow projectile like that is no problem to shoot down with my super superior science. Not so fast. Saint G, press the button again. Aye aye. Count presses the button once more. Whoa, the capsule opened. I guess this is also revenge by him to man. See. Oh god, I think I've killed Joke. I think I've killed Joko. Oh, I see. Van Helsing seems disgruntled at the treatment, but his eyes are locked on the enemy ship ahead. Thanks for being so understanding. We're counting on you, Van Helsing. See, Van Helsing can hear Impy, and we can hear Van Helsing too. The wires attached to him seem to have a small communication device attached. Impy, when I get back there, you are going to be in a world of pain. I'll eat as much salt as you want later. For now, just look out. He's about to shoot. The weapons of the HMS Fulton are turning towards the cannon as we speak. Turrets big and small are facing us. Har har! Say goodbye! You'll be a great sacrifice for the advancement of science! Fire everything! I see why you... I feel judged. Nemo's shout echoes across the sky, and more than 2 rows of cannons fire on us. The dirt falls filling the air. This is nothing. And the cannonball's coming right in for him, but he calmly fires at the high explosive projectile and diverts its path. We feel the heat of the explosion, but it doesn't do any damage to us. Van Helsing continues to reload and fire, targeting the projectiles on a collision course with our ship. What would they do without me? He shoots down one cannonball after another, and the air between our ship and Nemo's is filled with smoke and fire. The way Nemo spoke reminds me to make sure his voice up. Oh my god, I can't believe Wabu was part of the airship race. Perfect. After the indignity I've suffered, I have to let off some steam. After a few minutes before, seconds after Van Helsing was shot into the air, the sky was filled with bright red, and countless explosions went off. All I could do was sit there in a daze and stare at the ongoing conflagration. What's going on? I can't see anything because of all the flames. My, they are really going all out. I can see everything from here. He's using a shotgun to blow up the cannonballs. Whoa, he is jumping from ball to ball. His skills are superhuman. I hope Van Helsing is alright. Don't worry, I planned this, knowing what the guy's capable of. He'll definitely take care of the job. We hear a few more explosions after a while. After a few minutes, the noise dies down. Then... Can you hear me? I've infiltrated the HMS Fulton. I'm gonna try and take down the crew one by one. Any questions? I sigh in relief as Van Helsing's voice comes through the line. Good. Fight them, but don't kill anybody. An airship that size can't be piloted alone. They'll need an emergency landing. Got it. Van Helsing's reply to Impy's impossible order is short, but soon we start hearing a series of explosions off in the distance. Nemo's ship begins to fall to the clouds. Mission accomplished. Yeah, I knew you could do it. Oh, and you didn't cut the wires, did you? No, I tied them onto the airship near my entry point. Nice! Get back there and hook yourselves up again with the wires. We hear Van Helsing's running footsteps through the aether communicator. After a while, more small explosions go off in the Nemo ship, perhaps due to whatever mayhem he was doing in there. I'm back at the entry point, and I've reattached the wires the way they were. So, how am I supposed to get back over to you? I have a bad feeling about this. Why? We do it in reverse, of course. Saint Germain, one more time, if you please. Here we go again. The Count smiles and presses the button one more time. A reel extending from the cannon begins to spin, retracting the wires with incredible speed. Ah! We hear Van Helsing's surprised shout through the communicator. Not even 10 seconds later, Van Helsing literally flies back through the air, pulled by the wires. Oh. We don't have any way to catch him. The obvious happens. Van Helsing slams against the wall with extreme force. Van Helsing, are you alright? Damn it, my vision's all blurry. Van Helsing holds his head for a little while, then slowly climbs up onto his feet. And be ready for some much-deserved pain later. Scary, but it couldn't be helped, right? This plan only worked because of your crazy strength. It only worked because of Van Helsing's abnormal sturdiness. You live up to your reputation as a human weapon. Just when I think victory is ours. Hey! I'm not done yet! Nemo's voice cuts through the air, even though he should have fallen already. We rush to look outside and see that the HMS Fulton is still chasing us among the clouds. Whoa! He's so persistent. He still wants to fight. That's impossible. He's got no crew and the ship's a wreck. There's no way he can control it in that state. Just as MP says, the HMS Fulton rises above the clouds for a moment, then begins to sink down below. Remember this! I may have lost this round, but my soul still burns with a passion for science! I will be challenging you again. I will! You'll see! I'd rather you didn't. Saint Germain is... You haven't seen the last of me! Just crash already! Once again, Lupin says what we're all thinking. Finally, the HMS Bolton sinks out of sight. We all take a breath of relief. The choking in this. My job is done. We just need to make it back to the finish line now, right? Oh, well, you see, the thing is... If he begins sounding very evasive once Lupin asks that question. What else is there, Impy? There isn't any other ships left in the air. We all look at each other with puzzled looks. Impy clears his throat with a strange, calm demeanor. Well, yes. Engineer Victor will fill you in. A report from Victor? About what? Impy, the engine is going up in flames. There's nothing an amateur like me can do about it. Oh. I hate to tell you all this, but the engine's completely burned out, which means we're going down. As the proving Victor right, we hear a roar and the ship begins to shudder. What's this? The HMS Princess and Service is being unable to recover their battle damage. Can they reach the finish line before they crash? This is a racing neck and neck with death. The battle isn't over yet. And I still hate you. The excitement of the announcer's voice is only increasing our anxiety. Impy. Don't look at me like that. You're our goddess of victory right on board. Just leave the rest to me. The airship is losing speed and lift, and has been falling towards the ground at a rapid pace. We pass through the clouds and the ground begins to get closer and closer. I can see it. I can see the goal, Impy. Right. This is a dramatic, dynamic, fantastic emergency landing started! Oh man, I guess all we can do is trust in you, Impy. I don't have much faith in you, but there's nothing I can do. This is also thrilling! What I would give for a nice cup of tea right now. Count, you are completely infallible. Laughable. It looks like the HMS Princess in Service is going to try for an emergency landing on the finish line! No. What's this? This isn't an emergency landing! It's a crash landing! Ladies and gentlemen, near the goal, I urge you to run! Run! The ground is right in front of us. Impy, I believe in you. Those words give me all the strength I need. Come on, baby, go! Impy wrestles with the steering column to control the airship, and then... in the end, the airship was completely wrecked and would never fly again. But we made it to the finish line despite being covered in soot. We received a trophy in Father's writings as the grand prize. Many people shouted and cheered for us. Once things have settled down a little, we have remembered a picture taken. Alright, everybody, get closer. You, sourpuss with the glasses. Try cheering up a little, huh? You won. Like this. We finally got him to smile. That crash earlier was definitely refreshing. Events to lighten the mood are always welcome. How was that possibly refreshing? I thought we were gonna die. As the others talk amongst themselves, I stare at the collection of Father's work that we had been given. So these were handwritten by Father. Good going. We're one step closer to curing you of your poison. Yes, thank you. I smile at Impy. He looks surprised. Then averts his eyes for some reason. What's the matter? I felt all the effort was worth it if I got to see a cute smile like that. I have a cute smile? Really? Of course, super cute. Oh, you with the long hair. Nice smile. You with the glasses, you gotta do it like him. Quit wrinkling your brow. I can't believe somebody is telling me to be more like Impy. This is a commemorative photograph. Now everyone wants to see our best smiles. Here we go, everybody. Watch the birdie. Nobody understands truth. Okay, here's where it starts coming in now. Oh, I need to look at that. I'll look at that in a minute. Look at that in a minute as well. Brittany sent me a trailer from Castlevania. I hear birds chirping through the window. I know I'm dreaming. This awful dream. I can only remember it when I'm in the dream. In a brief moment before I fall asleep, I feel traces of a distant memory. What good would knowing the truth do? Cuties! Why did I ever decide to pursue the truth? I wish I'd never found out. So this is the chapter where things start to branch off between characters. I wish I could remain oblivious. You must never know love. I hear voices. My beloved daughter. They call out, taking over one after another, eating away at my thoughts. My arm! My arm! It should have been you who died instead of Mama. The embodiment of evil. Because you are a monster. The voices. You will lead the people from God's cradle to the expansive world of knowledge. I'm drowning in them. I can't breathe. The world crumbles away from me, and all I see is pitch black darkness and silence. Only in this dream am I able to pick up the pieces of my memory from my subconscious. Then I regret picking up those pieces. Those stuff isn't good though. I always regret it. end each dream by praying, when I wake up tomorrow, please let me forget everything that I've learned. I see a familiar scene. I'm lying in bed in the mansion. I feel like I've been dreaming, but I can't remember what it was. It was a feeling like there was a gritty residue in the depths of my heart. I put my hands up to block the moonlight. My hand wrapped in the glove even in my sleep feels so heavy for some reason. The next day, we're going to the location where Father is said to have been performing the research to create the horologium. Luckily for us, the collection of Father's work that we obtained from the Black Gathering had the information on the research facility. What's this? Did you find something? Yes. It's about the facility Isaac was using. We're in luck. With this we can go directly there. Oh, well, well. All the trouble you went through to win, that certainly has been worth it. Using the documents, we were able to determine the location of the laboratory. Father's secrets in my memory. Things we had no clue up until now. Soon we'll have the answers to so many questions. I should be happy. We might even find out information leading us to how to fix the poison problem. But why? A feeling of dread, as thick and sticky as mud, slowly fills my chest. This feeling has been keeping me from sleeping, and that night I aimlessly headed to the garden instead of going to bed. The sky is bright with stars, and the soft night breeze brushes my cheek. The night is so peaceful, yet my heart is so restless. That's quite a dark expression you have there. I look up to find Saint Germain standing nearby with his usual graceful soft smile. Did I look that sad? Yes, quite. It looked like you were the protagonist of a tragedy, mourning the end of the world. It was that bad? At least, it seemed that way to me. Is something bothering you? You can tell me what's on your mind, if you don't mind sharing with this old man. Saint Germain's voice is kind, and he takes the seat next to me. Nothing's bothering me. I was just thinking, tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow we'll know everything. And for some reason this makes my heart ache. This inexplicable pressure in my chest is making me anxious. I hug my arms tight around myself without realizing what I'm doing. Tomorrow, you're right. We'll be heading for the secret laboratory of the infamous Isaac Beckford. There's no telling what's waiting for us there. Yes, the place where Father was. What does a place like that hold for me? I feel happiness and anticipation, but mixed in with these emotions is a tiny bit of fear. The fear of knowing, fear of discovering something. I understand why you must be nervous, but Miss Cardia, perhaps you could think of it this way. We might find something, but then again, we might not. We may learn the whole truth, or find nothing at all. Will this place hold any useful information? We might go there and just discover it as a place filled with junk. What are you saying? That worrying about it isn't going to change anything. That is all. Nobody knows if we'll ultimately learn how to rid your body of that poison, or discover the past you've lost. But there's no reason for you to be scared. You won't be going there alone. I'm not alone. That's right. You have several friends whom you can rely on and trust. Strangely, Saint Germain's words give my heart some energy. Friends. Are you going to come too? If you wish. Myself, you, Lupin, Van Helsing, Victor, and Imby. I think I like all of you. I would like to see what answers you arrive at with my own eyes. You think you like us? I mean, you're talking about your own feelings, but you think? Ah, I see. Yes, I may have Yes, that may have been a poor choice of words. I often have difficulty determining what my own emotions are. Affection, admiration. Well, how can I explain it? It really is strange. I'm trying to talk about myself, but I can't even tell you how I'm feeling. For a moment, Saint Germain looks sad as he says this. I shake my head gently. No, it's fine. I understand how you feel a little bit. Sometimes I can't tell how I'm feeling either. That's very comforting to know that, Miss Cardia. Ah, foreshadowing. The calm sky is vast and silent. The sounds of the night are cold and lonely. They make me look down again. I guess what I meant to say is, it's not just that easy to switch gears. Yeah, my body harbors a poison that makes everything I touch rot. 2 years ago, when I first woke up, it should have been you who died instead of Mama. Monster. What's the matter? What is this monster you speak of? Back before I met you all, when I was alone at the mansion, that's what I was called. That's why I can't rid myself of this dread. Everything about me will be revealed. Could that mean that I'll be proven to be some kind of bizarre monster? When I think of this, that makes me afraid of tomorrow. I'm afraid to find out too much. I see. A monster. Saint Germain suddenly narrows his eyes and stares at me. Even though you can't see it because his eyes always look like they're closed. If it's alright with you, would you mind telling me about it? Why you were called a monster? Why? I feel this time is nearing when we will all have to ascertain the truth. Assert or ascertain, one of those. Yes, everything is likely to change tomorrow, and we will be heading to the path, and we will be heading down a path to the truth. And that will surely change relationships between us. Oh. Before that happens, Miss Cardia, I would like to know more about you. Saint Germain says this so sincerely. It's as if he knows what's going to happen tomorrow. I want to hear it from your mouth, in your voice, in your own words. Tell me about you, your life. I... My voice is faint, but every word is barely being squeezed out. Who's ready for Cardia's backstory? Tomorrow's the day you pick who you want to marry. This is the story of a girl. How the girl who rots and melts everything she touched became known as a monster. This takes place 2 years ago. The mansion in Wales. That's where I wake up. I have no memory from before this, but for some reason I understand that this is my home. No one lives in the mansion aside from me. There's a letter in one of the rooms. It's from Father. My dear, dear father, my loving father who is the only thing that remains of my lost memories. I'll be sure to go meet you. Be good to my dear most precious girl. When I read the letter, it's almost as if I can hear his voice. Cardia, my beloved daughter, if you are reading this, then you have awakened from your long sleep. I hope that you can forgive me for leaving you alone. There is something that I must do. I want you to remain in this mansion and wait for my return. You must not leave this mansion. You need to stay here. The outside world is filled with danger and sadness. I don't want you to know such things. I promise I will come back for you. Please stay in this mansion, my dear girl, who I love most in the world, in all the world. He promised me in that letter. I never doubted it. It isn't an emotional decision, merely accepted it as truth. Thinking back, the way I felt and thought about the world, my feelings were so much dimmer back then. For a while I spent my days alone in the mansion. I had everything I needed, but one day, I hear voices, playful voices from children who live outside the mansion. They say that the mansion is haunted and that they're going to have an adventure and explore it. I can't believe Isaac is legit just the dad who left for Milkus McGon for 2 years. The children sound like they're having so much fun. Is that a fairly unfair school. No, I think honestly a lot of cartoons use the whole they left to go get milk and never came back. I don't remember that really in Fairly Odd Parents, but it could have come up. I have the urge to go see them, and then make the mistake of going outside. Oh! I just went out for a peek, but one of the children catches sight of me and they'll run off. I notice that one of the children has dropped a doll. Oh, wait! I ran after the children. I want to tell them about the doll, and I probably want to hear more. More of their voices. I don't remember the title, but my brain is fried. Oh, it's okay! I chase after the children and out of the forest and onto a wide country road. There are a few people here and they look at me in surprise. One of the children pokes his head out from behind an adult and says that I came out of the haunted mansion. I work up the courage to speak to them, but... Monster. Ah! I feel a sudden jolt of pain and realize that someone has hit me with a rock. It takes me a while to comprehend why they would do such a thing. I see that they're all staring at something, and I follow their gaze to find the answer. My feet. I was too caught up in chasing after the children I hadn't noticed that I had lost a shoe when tripping over a tree root. I felt no pain, and I didn't think I needed it, so now I know why I should have gone back. Rocks, grass, flowers, everything I'd stepped on had been turned into a dark, mud-like mush by my poison. She's a monster. The embodiment of evil. I'm aware of the trope. Okay. The drought's her fault. Monster. They continue to shout at me with a terrifying gleam in their eyes. Grab her! Take her to the priest! One man reaches for my fist, and his face twisted with rage. Then a scream and a flash of blood-scented steam. His skin burns and begins to melt away. Alarmed, I run back the way I came. I run with all my might. I must have run for half a day. But no matter how far I go, the plants in my path all die. It's completely obvious which way I've gone. I'd run in the direction different from the way back to the mansion. I didn't have a plan in mind. I was just simply running as hard as I could, and then... Whoa! I see a woman. It looks like she's picking up medicinal herbs in the forest. Oh, you surprised me. Where did you come from? I haven't seen you around here before. As she speaks, the plants around me begin to wither. I sense that she's noticing it and try and flee once more. Wait, just a moment. Your foot is bleeding. Stay away. I try and stop her before she could reach for my bare foot. I recall what happened to the man earlier and I glare at the woman, hoping to threaten her back into leaving me alone. Even as I stand there, the ground beneath me gives off a faint steam as it continues to rot from my poison. I slowly back away, sliding my feet along the ground. I don't turn around because I feel that I shouldn't let her out of my sight. Wait. However, the woman in front of me doesn't show any indication of chasing me. Instead, she quietly calls out to me. You're in trouble, aren't you? I can keep you safe. Come with me to my home. Why? It's simple. You're being chased by someone. I can't turn an eye to that. My name's Elaine. I live out here in the forest picking herbs. Alright, let's go across the rocks. You'll be found in no time if you leave a trail of dead grass. But you want to get away, don't you? Let me help you. Elaine lived with a small child named Eddie in this small cabin in the woods. She made a living using medicine from the surrounding area and selling it. I decided to help her as much as I can, and as a show of thanks for helping me. In the beginning, it was difficult to get by because I lost my shoe, but Elaine found it for me in the forest. My first plan was to return to the mansion once the villagers had given up chasing me, but... One day, the local clergyman came to Elaine's home. Excuse me, have you seen a young girl pass by here recently? Aside from my daughter, I haven't seen any young girls. I see. If you see her, please let me know. That creature is not human. It's an accursed monster. Monster. I remember that feeling of the stone hitting me. Even in my hiding spot, I flinch. The monster caught us off guard by taking the form of a young girl, and delivered a grave injury to a pious believer. The drought continues, and the people are getting worse off. The recent plague is likely the work of that beast as well. It's all that monster's fault. If we can destroy it, I'm sure everything will be set right again. This must be a test from God. We must work up our courage and defeat it. A test from God, you say? Yes, the monster will try and get you to trust it through nefarious means. I urge you to be careful and have faith. Those who open their hearts to the cursed monster will become cursed themselves. With that, the man calling himself a clergyman leaves. You can come out now. Eddie and I quietly come out of the shadows. Those people are scary. Um, I know, but you don't need to worry about it. There's been a drought recently. We're all having trouble getting enough food, and now there's some epidemic going around. Everyone wishes it was some simple thing to be blamed on for all the recent misfortunes, but this isn't your fault. I am. There's no need for you to tremble like that. You can stay right here. But isn't that going to cause problems for you? You help me take care of Eddie, don't you? And you also help me make the medicine. You can stay here as long as you wish. That's right. Stay here with us. I'm so happy they've accepted me. It's the first time someone ever looked out for me, protected me since I woke up. I love seeing the expression of Elaine's face when she puts Eddie to sleep. Hearing her sing a lullaby stirs something like an emotion in my heart. Suffering backstory. My promise to Father is still important to me, of course, but I'm sorry, Father. I can't go back to the mansion now. I have to stay with these people. If I leave, I'll be captured. That's what I tell myself. Staying with them made me happy. Another month passes by. Just as I thought, the monster's lair is poorly constructed. It burns well. Our home. Mom, I'm scared. It's alright. It's alright. All of you. What is the meaning of this? Elaine shouts at the men who surrounded us. They'd found me. I warned you before. Those who become corrupted by the monster's influence become monsters themselves. God has no mercy for you. Neither will we, his disciples. You monster! Show yourself! Franny, you might want to mute this. I don't remember if the dogs get hurt in this. They released the hunting dogs they'd brought, and they bound forward, snarling. Eddie and Elaine quiver in fear. The sharp fangs grow closer. I step forward and protect them. Stop! Go away! Yeah, just in case, you might want to might want to mute it, Franny. Yep, okay, I would want to mute it. The dog's teeth grow closer to my flesh. However, what's happening to the dogs? She melted their heads. She truly is a monster. She's behind everything that happened to us. The drought, the starvation, all of it. How could you? How could you ruin all the wheat that we worked so hard to grow? It should be okay now. It's my fault? Is it because I'm a monster? Of course, you fiend. You'll pay for this with your life. Someone hits me with a thrown stone, but the words they throw at me hurt even more. You were sent by the devil. Someone else throws another rock, but instead of hitting me, it hits Elaine's face as she steps forward. Elaine! You need to stop this. She doesn't even bother to wipe the blood streaming from her brow as she continues. Have you lost your minds? Calling this young girl a monster, throwing stones at her and accusing her. Yes, she's different. She has a strange power the rest of us don't have. So, what's the matter with that? How could she be a monster? If she truly was a creature of evil, she should have killed you all on the spot. You're welcome. Do you honestly believe that this kind of girl is a monster that caused all the misfortune you people have suffered? The villagers seem to have been taken aback by Elaine's harsh questions and are unsure of themselves. Fine. This is how we'll handle you. You will be imprisoned in a cave for 13 days. The monster will be sure to show you its true form during that time and kill you. If she doesn't, we will admit our mistake and promise to accept this monster into our community. However, if we discover that it has killed you, we will kill the monster as well. Fine, but not my daughter. Just me. Very well. Even though Eddie protests, she is told to go to the nearby village and stay with relatives. As we promised, we'll come back for her. After that, Elaine and I are imprisoned in a dark cave. It's cramped and damp. The cramped and dark cave is strangely cold, and being inside settles me. I'm sorry, Elaine. This is all my fault. It's fine. You did nothing wrong. The folks probably aren't bad people. When we need the place to blame when we need a place to blame on something, it's because the world isn't working the way we would like it to. It's only 13 days. We have food and water too. If we stretch it, we can get through this, right? Elaine tries to lift my spirits. She probably is worried about Eddie, but she doesn't show any sign of it. I feel bad. In a way, it makes me happy to have someone to care about me this much. Elaine told me many things about her life. The secrets of collecting herbs and how to make traditional medicines with them. They're gonna starve kill Elaine and make it look like Cardia did something. Yeah, I like this one, it's cute. How to prepare tasty meals, when she met her lover, her marriage, Eddie's birth, the death of her husband, meeting me. She tells me all this, and her words flow on and on as she's looking back at her entire life in order to tell me about her. She talks all morning, noon, and night, though it's hard to tell the time in the constant darkness of the cave. 13 days seem like a vast, never-ending span of time. However, time keeps moving on, whether we want it or not. And it was time that ate away at Elaine's body. What's the matter, Elaine? It's nothing. Her voice sounds strained. She speaks less and less, and her coughing fits are more often. Could it be? The reason was obvious. The poison within me is powerful enough to kill grass and flowers around me just by standing on them. Elaine has been trapped in an enclosed space with me for days and days. Her body is gradually withering away because of the poison building up in the air. Elaine, is my poison doing this to you? It's fine. It's not the poison. It's my own illness. It has to be. It can't be. She was so full of life when we were sealed in this cave together. The woman in front of me almost looks like an entirely different person. Let's just stay put, alright? When they let us out, I'm gonna laugh and tell them nothing happened. I'm moved by her frail smile. Is this how she's gonna die? I feel the fear spreading within my heart. I raise my voice and begin to pound against the large stone on the exit. Let us out! Let us out of here! It's Elaine! She's gonna die! But nothing changes. It's a very large rock. Perhaps they can't even hear my voice. I quickly take off my glove and press the bare hands against the stone. My poison destroys everything. I should be able to melt through this rock and get to the outside. I press my hands harder and harder, scraping away at the stone, slowly edging my way out through the barrier. Hang in there, Elaine. I'm gonna save you, I promise. She sounds so weak. I want to help, but I can't approach her because the very thing killing her is coming from my own body. The darkness seems much thicker and more overpowering than when we were first imprisoned in the cave. Her breathing becomes ragged and sounds unbelievably frail. I'm not gonna make it in time. Honestly, it's as if they knew. When this thought hits me, I feel faint. I lean on the wall and slide to the floor. Elaine, I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. Don't cry, Cardia. It'll be over soon. Just hang in there a little longer. The rock might still break. I'm fine. But there's no way to save her. I'm not gonna make it. She's gonna die and it's all because of me. It's alright. We'll leave here and live happily together, like before. You, me, and Eddie. Elaine! I stand up and place my hands on the rock again. The stone slowly crumbles away. Too slowly. Though I guess the reason it didn't affect her earlier was because Cardia moved around. Yeah, Cardia was going around outside and stuff. I don't even know how much time passes. Elaine's barely breathing. Please, I want to ask a favor of you. I don't want to hear it. I just know from the tone of her voice that she's going to force me to accept the worst possible outcome. Where our home burned down, there's a storeroom in the basement. There's a notebook there. I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me. My hands are shaking and I can't scrape away at the rock very well. It's an important book on the study of herbs that my mother passed down to me. I slam my hands against the rock in hatred. Why won't it crumble faster? Right now behind me, someone important to me is dying and I'm the killer. Make sure Eddie gets it, will you? With that, she'll probably be able to live on her own. The rock isn't melting fast enough. I've been punching the rock over and over and my fists are covered with my own blood. Faster, 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 faster. I wish so hard, but the rock continues melting ever so slowly as if to mock me. Then, Please just break through already. I put my entire body into the next punch and suddenly light pours in. A blinding white world. I can tell that the dirty, contaminated air is leaving through the hole. Elaine, look! There's the light! Elaine, finally! Elaine? I turn around. Elaine is smiling, her eyes closed, looking as if she's asleep. Elaine, why won't you wake up? My eyes are filled with tears. Elaine, wake up! She died because of my poison. She died because I'm a monster. If she hadn't accepted me, she could have lived so much longer in that house with Eddie. After that, I escape from the cave and head off to grant Elaine's final wish. I get the book and go to the village that Eddie has gone to. I wait until she's completely alone before I approach her. I tell her everything that happened. Eddie takes the book and responds in a cold tone that I'd never heard from her before. You monster! It should have been you who died instead of Mama. We know where Z takes her and suffering inspirations from. Oh my god. I don't remember much after that. When I woke up, I was back at the mansion. I'll never leave this place again, or allow myself to get involved with anyone else. I will kill off my emotions and live in an empty, harmless life, like a doll, because a monster who needs to live alone. That's why. And that's why I'm so sad. That's it. I finish the story and glance over at Saint Germain. Seems like he's been listening intently without looking away even once. It's always hard to tell what Saint Germain is thinking, and now is no exception. I wonder what thoughts are going on behind that sculpture-like face at this moment. That's too much suffering for anyone to carry in their past. I'm not the one who suffers. I'm the one who makes others suffer. I wonder if I really am a monster, and whether I deserve to live. Miss Cardia, don't say any more. But I'm the one who killed Elaine, because I'm a monster. Eddie's right. If only I died instead. Miss Cardia. Saint Germain's gentle yet firm voice halts my outpouring of words. Both Miss Elaine and Miss Eddie suffered immensely. I'm not going to deny that. You see, you need more suffering in your life like dying. But you did too, didn't you? You carried the mistakes of your past around with you, thinking them crimes, and suffer now. I'm not suffering. I'm the only one who didn't lose anything. I'm being selfish and trying to become happy. Happy, you say? He thinks for a moment, then smiles his usual smile. That's the most severe punishment there is in the world. What? Why would being happy be a punishment? Objectively, perhaps seeking happiness is not a crime, but people will be people. Your own regrets never truly disappear, but slumber on in the depths of your heart forever and ever. No matter how much you try and tell yourself, it couldn't be helped. You did the best you could in this situation. The vivid memories of those moments will follow you around forever, as long as you live upon this earth. Here is what I think. Hell exists within ourselves, personal hells, that no one else can set foot within. I pray that one day you will be able to escape the hell you bear. You wouldn't understand. Perhaps that is so. Crime, punishment, forgiveness, they all exist within your heart. But please allow me to say this. I pray that your heart finds peace. Thank you, Saint Germain. Now then, it's late. You should force yourself to sleep, knowing what awaits tomorrow. I obediently follow the Count's suggestion and return to the mansion with him. Part of my heart still remains in that moment, in the darkness. My heart is still clouded, and I walk along silently. And now we go to the sad things too. Sad things, chapter part 2. The next day, we make our way to the location. Unfortunately, it's pouring rain now. This is the only clue we've found so far. The location of Father's secret lab. Cardi, I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna be sad boy route, so I'm gonna be sad as well. Oh man, just our luck. It's raining cats and dogs out here. Cardia, would you like my coat? No, thank you. I'm fine, don't worry. We appear to be in the abandoned graveyard, some ways out from central London. Seems like no one has set foot here in years. Lupin, Van Helsing, Impy, Victor, and the Count have investigated this place together in search of Father's laboratory. I admit I wish I knew where Eddie is. Eddie is actually seen on Lupin's route. A laboratory under the graveyard. Isaac sure has a morbid idea. Are you sure there is an underground facility in a place like this? Yes, it should be here. These graves have been here for a long time. Since the 14th century, in fact. At the time, the Black Plague had broken out all across Europe. It swept the country, and sorry, and all told, it is believed to have killed a third of Britain's population. Not knowing the cause of the illness, the people who fell to worry and confusion concluded that it was a poison attack. Back then, the facility beneath this graveyard was a prison for all those accused of using the poison, and were later killed here. The facility later expunged from all records by the government as a stain on the nation's history, and was meant to be forgotten. But Isaac set his eyes on it, and had it modified to become a secret laboratory. I mean, it might be a convenient place to work, but how could you set up shop here? It's way too creepy. Oh, I mean, that's just my personal opinion on the matter, you know. It's alright, I was thinking the same thing. Isaac says in the notes that we recovered, many were killed here, a tragedy entirely caused by doubt, confusion, and ignorance. It's in this place that I shall start anew. All of humanity's hopes and ambitions will begin here. That's what he wrote. He probably had some reasons for his own choosing this location. Doubt and confusions, the origins of tragedy. People feel doubt and confusion as the fundamental part of their lives. As long as the people remain here, tragedies as such like this will never cease. I look down at the ground. His words remind me of my own past. Hey! Everyone! I found it! Lupin had been searching a ways away from us when he suddenly calls out. We run towards him, and we see that one of the tombstones has been moved to reveal a long staircase. This is quite a narrow entrance. It must have been something of an ordeal to carry all the laboratory equipment. Maybe there's a separate secret entrance that's somewhere else. We aren't going to learn anything if we don't go in. Let's move. Cardia, are you ready? Yes. There may be some traps, so I'll lead the way. Let's line up so that Our Lady here is in the middle. With this, Lupin takes a step into the darkness, which finds a switch to return the tombstone to its original position and closes the entrance behind us. By the light of the lantern Impy brought along, we make our way down the long, narrow stairs. The act of descending into the staircase feels like we are diving deep into a hidden truth. I don't know how long we go down. Without warning, the staircase stops and a large space appears before us. This looks like a hallway. It extends long and ahead, and we can't see very far from the lights of the lantern. From the looks of this construction, it would seem that to be a fairly large facility. St. Germain's voice echoes ever so slightly down the halls. Hang on a second. This facility like this ought to have some... Ah, here we go. Wow, what is this? It certainly seems like we found the right place. Soft light turns here and there, illuminating the stone path on the floor. Oh, this light. It's different from gas lamps. Sure looks that way. I wonder what sort of mechanism it is. Wait a minute. Is this electricity? Electricity? I tilt my head quizzically at this word. Victor explains it to me. Electricity is a form of energy that Isaac was researching to use as a power source. Well, the concept itself has been around for a while, but so far I was unaware that it had been put into practical use. Electricity is actually used pretty regularly in certain fields. Remember the airship race? The Aether communications used it to broadcast the race that was operated partly by electricity. I don't count that. The inventors of the communication device didn't know how it works. They just copied one of Isaac's designs. Hey, I think you're underestimating the engineers here a little. At least, I have a basic understanding of how it works. What? Impy, you actually understand that? You really are a genius in some ways. Impy and Victor begin speaking excitedly as they walk off. Hey, wait up! Don't go too far ahead. We don't know what's waiting for us. Oh, sorry. I just got so caught up. This whole place just screams super technology. I feel a bit tingly just being here. That's trouble with you engineers. Elizabeth scolds the two. St. Germain and Van Helsing seem perfectly content to patiently follow behind us. It definitely is unsettling here, but I also find it fascinating at the same time. You can see why those two would be excited. The building itself seems pretty old. If he did reinforce this place and had it entirely redone from scratch, he was definitely an eccentric character. Those who distance themselves from people around them are seen as heretics, but some among them demonstrate true talent. Isaac Beckford was likely such a man. We continue walking for a while, and then the width of the path begins to slowly change. The room where he was actually doing his research is probably just ahead. So, when it comes to actually investigating, how should we go about it? Safest is to stick together. I'm going to do my own investigation. Van Helsing sharply interrupts Lupin. I thought you might say that. Just for the record, may I ask the reason? I have my own purposes. I'm determined that it'll be more effective for me to move on my own than as part of a group. Any objections? I did only join forces with you temporarily so we could achieve our own separate goals. That's right. If that's the case, then I think I will go on my own as well. This is definitely the most interesting place. Considering its size, it may be a good idea for us to split up in order to search the facility more efficiently. After Van Helsing declares his intention to go off on his own, St. Germain requests to go by himself as well. Lupin sees my expression and shrugs. Well, it's not like we're tied to each other. I'm fine with us all going our separate ways here. We did originally come here together because we had our own goals. Then, Lupin, why don't we all search separately? Of course, we'll report back right away if we find something. Sure. For a moment, let's disband. We'll meet back here when we're ready to leave. And if you feel danger, shout. Danger? Call it intuition. This place doesn't have a very good vibe about it. It's probably best if we're out of here quick. I see. Lupin, what should I do? You can't just go on your own. Just tag with someone and look for clues as you go. That makes sense. I hope you find something. Thank you. Van Helsing, can I come look with you? You? But you and I have different goals in our search here. Do you not want me to come alone? Do as you please. I don't care as long as you stay out of my way. Alright, I'll join you then. We leave the other rooms behind and enter in one of the rooms along the main hallway. The room is filled with books, documents, and piles of paper all stacked up and crammed everywhere they can fit. There's so much here. Did my father leave all this behind? This is gonna take longer than I thought. There is more here than we can get through in a single day. I wonder if there's anything here written about me. Maybe. Either way, we'll have to get looking. We can just check everything once we get our hands on. We can just check everything we can get our hands on. Alright. For a while, we continue searching through the documents in silence. It's a bit soon, but I'm going to thank you. Van Helsing suddenly speaks out without any hesitation. If I was working alone, I probably never would have been able to locate this facility. It was a good choice to collaborate with you. We have to say the same thing. You've helped us in so many ways already. Thank you, Van Helsing. We're in a collaborative partnership, and it's only natural I would help. Van Helsing sighs, apparently bored, and begins to look through the documents again. I look at his serious expression and begin to wonder what it is he's trying to look into, why it is he's trying to look into Finis' secret. Even right now, as we're on the brink of learning the truth of so many things here, my mind is focused on Van Helsing. Why are you so sad? Sad boy! The reason why he's trying to find out about Finis' immortality. Try and joke around with me again and I'll kill you without hesitation. We were confronted by Finis on the train and he was so heated. Van Helsing definitely said that he would kill Finis. Van Helsing, why do you hate Finis? What about him? It's nothing, just I was curious about your past. I genuinely want to know about this man in front of me. Abraham Van Helsing, who people go so far as to call a human weapon. Wish I knew more about him. It's a personal issue. You don't need to know about it. The sternness in his voice seems to tell me how distant our hearts are. Makes me feel lonely. After a little while, by the time we return to the hallway, the others are already there. Now then, why don't we present what we found? That sounds good. I'll start then. Hold up. Lupin looks at the ceiling. Damn it. I was right about having a bad feeling. A narrow underground passageway. It's good that they're only coming from one direction, but it's still bothersome. Van Helsing's guns are suddenly in his hands. Cardia became Choco. Huh? What are you talking about? Tell me more about you, sad boy. Behind us. They're pretty far back, but our enemies are on their way. Truly, they spring up wherever we go. I'm becoming quite tired of them. They are a government organization, after all. They have the manpower and skill, even though I'm inclined to agree with the Count. You mean Twilight's here? No. We worked so hard to get here. How did they know about this place? We'll think about that later. Right now we need to focus on figuring a way to get out of this moldy tomb. Are you sure you aren't mishearing? The Queen guaranteed our safety. Twilight shouldn't be able to harm us. It must mean that they want to deal with us so badly that they're ignoring their orders. No, we're merely an afterthought. Twilight's true target has always been Miss Cardia. Aren't you the popular one? That doesn't make me feel happy at all. Either way, getting captured here isn't an option. Let's find an exit. The lights suddenly go out. It's so dark and I can't see my hands in front of my face. Ah! It's so dark! Damn, they're headed this way. They must be trying to take us all out while we can't see. There's only one option left for us, Lupin. Back me up and distract them. I'll take the lead and subdue the enemy forces. Cardia, you go with the Count. Use his skills and be able to get past most obstacles. You have set the bar so high for me. I'll do my best to not let you down. Victor, Impy, take care of yourselves and get out of here as soon as you can. What? Are you saying we belong on the sidelines? What is this all about? That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying the most effective course of action right now. Some things only two of you can do. So for now, I need you to retreat. Don't underestimate the strength of a fabulous Mr. Impy. Anyway, I'll be failing as a boyfriend if I left her behind. I can help too. I ran from the yard for a while before I met you. I have the means to fight back. If they mean to attack us in the dark, the opponent should be wearing the latest in night vision equipment. My flash grenades can work wonders against enemies like that. Hear that? What's the verdict, Van Helsing? Idiots who know nothing about battle tactics. Do as you please. Sure. We'll just do our thing and save the day. Cardia, St. Germain, look for a way to exit from a different route. This place is huge, so there's likely another way out. What if there isn't another exit? Don't pray And don't give up. Use all the knowledge you have and keep thinking. No matter how hopeless, choose to live. Oh, wait. Doesn't it go against your beliefs when I tell you to not waste time praying count? No, God always smiles upon those who try and stand on their own. I'll do my best. Now, my eyes have gotten quite used to the darkness. Let's get moving. You got used to total darkness. No problems here. Same. I've always had good eyesight. You guys are all weird. I find myself agreeing with Victor. Looks like the party's arrived. Our plan is simple. Greet them with fire. Cardia, go. Alright, be safe, everyone. Count, take care of her. I vow to protect her. Shall we be off? As soon as we start running, I hear the sound of firing from behind us. I almost turn around, but Saint Germain grabs my hand. It will be alright. I trust them. Just worry about yourself right now. Yes. For a while, I run with all my might. That's when I notice something is missing. Saint Germain is supposed to be ahead of me, but I no longer feel his presence. Saint Germain? Where are you? I stop moving. I carefully call out to him softly, but there's no response. When did we get separated? Oh no. In the darkness where I can barely see, the fact that I know I'm not alone scares me. I try and remember what everyone taught me and forces my emotions to remain stable. I absolutely must remain calm. First I need to make sure I'm safe, and then go back to where I once found an escape route. That's all. I'm going on ahead. I start to run through the darkness again. Victor, you're right. As I go deeper, my eyes, now used to the darkness, detect a faint light. What's that? I let the light guide me and run towards the door. Here it goes! But the moment I open up the door, the lights in the room go out. Once again, I'm surrounded in darkness and silence. And then the door? Once again, once I'm completely inside, the door slams shut behind me. I rush over to open it, but it's securely closed and doesn't budge at all. Where am I? Don't you remember? This is your most important place, sister. A voice echoes from the darkness. A cheerful yet cold voice that instills fear in all those who hear it. A faint light appears in the gloom, and standing in that light is... Good evening. We meet again, sister. Finis. It's pouring rain outside. Are you alright? Your poison isn't water-soluble, but it may still make you unwell. My breath catches in my chest. Finis is the leader of Twilight. He commands the entire organization. It's the Brett! I knew that already, but I didn't think that he would show up in person. Why are you here? Don't look so scared. What's the matter? Am I that frightening? I think I make for a very cute little brother. He chuckles to himself. Finis continues without losing his smile. I forgot his name. Oh wait, it was Finis. Why am I here? There's only one reason. Because I'm the one who lured you to this place. What? It certainly took long enough. I'd almost given up hope that you would ever reach this place. But I'm so glad that you're here. I was beginning to worry that I've overestimated the abilities of Lupin and his group. Finis continues to talk as I stand there stunned. After that incident on the train, we desperately sought to find out where you were. But no matter how hard we looked, we couldn't find you. It seems impossible, doesn't it? Even if Lupin is a master escapist, one man against the power of an entire nation. There should be no way that you could continue to keep yourselves hidden from Twilight here in London. Yet, it seemed impossible. But in the end, we had to set some sort of bait and wait patiently for you to bite. Something is getting in our way. Some sort of organization that not even Twilight's intelligence services can uncover. Tell me, who is it lurking behind you? What is their motives for interfering with us? What is he talking about? It's true we've been careful about covering our tracks on a daily basis, but I can't ever recall setting up any kind of interference against Twilight itself. I don't know what you're talking about. Really? I suppose it doesn't matter anymore. You've come to me here. That's enough for me. If you lured us here, didn't you put together father's writings that were in the prize for the Black Gathering? Yes, precisely. I acquired the collection of his work a while ago. After they'd been put on the black market. I used that as an invitation for you. I'm so glad my efforts didn't go to waste. Venice, a boy claiming to be my younger brother. Perhaps he could answer my questions. Could he tell me what I want to know? I have so many questions. I want to know everything about myself. The strong feeling, almost like a wish, makes me speak out to him. Tell me, Venice, why are you after me? What is the horologium in my chest? What makes my body make this deadly poison? Why was I asleep in the mansion? Are you really my brother? Where is father? Where is he now? There's a long silence. Venice had been speaking in high spirits up until now, but it seems that he's at a loss of any cheerfulness and turns to me with a cold, dismal countenance. Sister, why did father love you more than me? What? I can't comprehend the reason for it at all. I'm so useful. I love father so much. And yet, the one who always receives father's love is always, always you. My sister. My useless, powerless, ignorant sister. I am far superior to you. You could never be better than me. Why do you think? It's not right. We're siblings, both his children. We just had slightly different rules, so why does he love only you? What I see in his eyes forces me back. Anger, hostility, I don't see any of these things. 'Cause I'm cool and you're a loser. Just the opposite. I can't see any anger or emotion at all. He's just simply empty. His colorless emotions instill me with a bottomless fear. You want to know what you truly are? I'll tell you. I mean, I was going to tell you anyway, even if you didn't ask. That's the whole reason I brought you here. To this place, your beloved father's laboratory, a place I've so carefully protected in father's stead. This place, you see, is the perfect place for you to learn the truth. The lights go out, plunging the room once more into darkness. I can't see anything. Venice? The soundless blackness seems to be eating away at me. My breathing becomes shallow. What are you? With a large mechanical sound, the room is filled with bright light and blurs my eyes with tears. Also, I can do this. Tap, 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 tap. I hear a noise and what I see next. What is this? I see things suspended in tubes filled with glowing blue liquid. A thing with wings growing from its back. A thing with scales all over its body. A thing with 4 arms. A thing with melted skin, muscle visible. All of them based on the same basic shape. A female body with a stone embedded in its chest. And they all have my face. How could this be? What is this? That's exactly what you see, sister. These are all you. Except for the 665 of all the 666 that were created, all of them are failures. It's very difficult to create a homunculus with a horologium within it. Finnis smiles a beautiful smile, with the soft light from the glass tube shining on him. Father went through so much trial and error for so long to create you. I can't believe Isaac was making a tire. I love the melted muscle one. Every single day, ever so carefully, not even bothering to sleep. I'm glad. One misstep, and you, my sister, might have been inside one of these as well. Finnis's smile never changes as he speaks, but my mind hasn't caught up with what he's saying. I was created by father? Created? I'm a homunculus? Oh, sister, that's what I just told you. That's right. You're not human. His sunny angelic smile of pure glee sends a chill down my spine and I tremble. Aren't you happy now, sister? This is the one truth you were after. What you, a bearer of this deadly poison, truly are. You possess the power no human has, and rightly so. Obviously, because you aren't even human. You were created by Father. You are a monster built here in this laboratory. I mean, wasn't it obvious? I'm a monster? A voice rings in my head. The more you learn love, the more you will be made to suffer. No, I'm human. These things, they aren't me. Miss, you're 666. Cardi, oh, hell yeah, 666. That wasn't a good thing. Hell yeah, 666. Thanks. My sister, you're too cruel. These things were created and perished just for you, and here you are to deny their existences. You know, deep down, that's what I'm saying is true, don't you? He takes one step, and then another. Venice approaches me. Stop. Leave me alone. You know what broke Father's commands once. You know that I broke Father's commands once, didn't you? The first time you woke up, you left the mansion. You must never know love. You must live in isolation, my beloved daughter. I hear a voice again. They called you a monster and chased you. How did it feel? Was it frightening? Oh. And when the villagers turned against you, a kind-hearted mother and child took you in and saved you. Stop. Elaine, was it? She didn't fear you. In fact, she took pity on you. Please stop. And you killed her. On top of that, you ran off on your own. Stop, stop, stop. I cover my ears, but his voice continues to ring in my head. I crouch down, and I can tell that Finis is standing right in front of me. Don't do this anymore, sister. Stop pretending to be human. You're a creature, not a human. You're more than a human. You're nothing. That's nothing to be sad about. Why does he have small green eyebrows? Spoilers. Please stop. Please no more. Don't be afraid. I'll take care of you. That's an important mission given to me by Father. Father said to care for me. That's right. Staying with me will do you good. You don't want what happened to Elaine to happen to Lupin and the others, do you? You precious friends. Like Elaine. You don't know yet. There's no place for likes of us in the human world. Come with me. Let's fulfill the reason we were brought forth into this world. Doing that, Father will surely be pleased. Come on, my sister. Won't you come with me? Finis slowly extends his hand to me. However, Finis stops in mid-motion at the sound of a gun's hammer being cocked. At the same time, the muzzle of a large gun is pressed against his temple. Sorry, sister. We have an unexpected guest. From out of the shadows of the glass tube steps a boy! Van Helsing! You've been careless, Finis. Hello, Abraham. You interrupted my last conversation with my sister, too. No one likes a man with bad timing, you know. Shut up. You can blabber as much nonsense as you want in your sleep. Eternal sleep in your case. Not again! You're all talk. Hurry up and do it. You don't have to tell me. I'll kill you as many times as I have to. Van Helsing, wait! Quite. My business is with him. Van Helsing silences me sharply, not willing to listen to anything I have to say. Before I kill you, tell me, why didn't you die before? I blew your head completely off. I'm shocked and I suddenly understand. Impossible. I confirmed this with the one responsible for the assassination. I was told that it definitely was him. I know now why Van Helsing was so certain it was Finis who was immortal. It wasn't just some member of Twilight. Van Helsing himself had killed Finis. But Finis is most definitely alive. So that's why Van Helsing decided to work with us, to try and discover the secret to Finis' immortality. Answer me! Why don't I die? I don't have to tell you anything. I don't think you understand the position you're in. You're the one who doesn't understand. When are you going to learn that what you're doing is pointless? You've been at it for 2 hours anyway. Yeah, I was gonna take a break in a little bit. Once I get to the end of this chapter, which we're almost at, I was gonna take a break. You don't have time to waste. Playing along with your games has grown tiresome. Venice smiles beatifically? That's a weird word. And Van Helsing blinks slowly. I shout out, knowing what would happen now. Van Helsing, stop! Then... What? Without warning, a blade pierces Finis's chest. What? Overconfidence is often one's greatest enemy. Who are you? Oh dear, I must apologize. I haven't introduced myself. My name is Saint Germain. But perhaps you'd understand better if I were to tell you my other name. The agents of destiny, guides of history, we are called many names. Ah, but the apostles of idea, does that ring a bell? Idea. The idea. The one organization Father feared. Saint Germain? Ah! Miss Cardia, this'll be over quickly. Please stay where you are if you'd be so kind. What? Saint Germain's smile is chilling. That's the only way I could describe him right now. I finally understand why Twilight could never find you, sister. Idea, you people. Without letting finish, Saint Germain pulls his blade out from Finis's body with one swift motion. Ugh. With a pure look of surprise, Finis collapses on the spot like a marionette whose strings have been cut. Slowly, so slowly, a pool of red spreads from beneath Finis's body. It's terrifying. I want to run from this place immediately. Mom, can you come pick me up? Things are happening. Saint Germain wipes the blood off his weapon and slides the blade back up into his sleeve where it had been hidden. He wipes the blood from Finis's face, gently touches where Finis's wrist is to check for a pulse. That should settle things. Now that they've lost Finis, Twilight will have to retreat for now. Let's find our way out of here and ensure our own safety first. Then... Finis died right before my eyes. A shocked expression of blood spurted from his chest. This brutal scene has been burned into my mind. Miss Cardia, can you hear me? Saint Germain shakes me by the shoulder and I come to. Are you alright? Are you able to move? Saint Germain put Finis to death without a moment's hesitation. Yet, he's acting normally, as if nothing has changed. This scares me. I'm fine. I see. I'm glad to hear that. Finis lies there, unmoving. I look at him in a pool again, soaked in the pool of his own blood. So, this is how it ends. Is this really the right way? Count you. I apologize profusely for having denied you of your own retaliation. However, I could not allow the opportunity to kill a certain enemy pass by. I hope you can understand. Yeah. The connection has disappeared. That's how I feel. The boy claiming to be my brother, who was our single source of information, now lies dead at my feet. I feel a new emotion growing within me. We'll find a different route and get the information on Isaac. It's hard to tell if he's saying this out of consideration for my feelings. Van Helsing says nothing more, and I'm not able to determine his true intentions. Yes, I nod weakly. However, now that Finis is dead, it's only a matter of time before Delacroix kills me. It seems that I won't be able to see your cause through to the end. That's right. Now that Van Helsing has accomplished his mission, he must uphold the promise that he swore to Delhi, the promise of his life. Van Helsing will soon go down the same path as Finis. Despite my concerns, I know that this is something out of my power to stop. I look up and see countless versions of me that never were. They have no expressions on their faces, just simply stare out blankly. For some reason, they look sad to me. What am I? If what Finnis said is true, and I was created by Father, then why? For what purpose was I made? Finnis. I wonder if he was like me, or was something else different entirely. The only person who knows is dead. I walk over to him and gently close his eyelids. That's the least I can do is to send him off. And then, what happened? Learning the truth behind my existence. Finnis's sudden death. It's too much. Too much has happened all at once, and by the time we leave, my memories are a blur. Later, Lupin and the others tell me. Right after Finnis's death, Twilight Forces made a strategic retreat as if they were aware of what happened. By the looks of their fluid movement, they had all said that it seemed as if they were retreating as part of their plan. Thanks to this, we were able to leave the underground laboratory without any other further interference. After that, we returned to the mansion. As for me, I haven't been feeling well since the confrontation with Finnis, and have been stayed cooped up in my room. Lupin and the others have returned to the laboratory to investigate further, but they couldn't find any more. They said that the documents with any key information had been removed by some unknown person. The reason why Finnis is after me, Father's whereabouts, and his intentions. The terrorist attack Lupin worries about, how to cure my poison, the horologium, the reason I was created. We can't find the truth behind any of this. We all feel the same sense of uncertainty, as if we've been climbing a ladder and we're suddenly being thrown off it. And tonight, I make a decision. Okay, and I'm gonna call it quits right here because I've been playing for a while, and I can actually feel my back starting to pop out. But yay, we got farther! I hope you all had fun and enjoyed this. I'm gonna go back to it probably maybe on Monday, because I have to work Saturday and Sunday. But thank you for watching. I hope you all had fun. Bye bye.